So give me 1 minute. So let's start now. I think it's fine. I can capture the photo during the call also.
Alright.
So can you please introduce yourself? Tell about the current role and responsibility that you are taking care of.
Sure. So my name is Akshay. I have completed my bachelor's in electronics and telecommunications engineering in 2015, and I do hold around 8 years of experience. So this 8 years into the telecom networking, then the banking, retail, and currently I am in the hotel domain. It is same as the retail domain. So throughout my experience, I closely work with the client and different stakeholders to understand the business requirement and help them out with the data related issues like writing the custom SQL queries and prepare the ad hoc reports. So I am working as a technical lead come a Tableau developer, and my current role occupies the back end, like developing the data models, data pipeline, and also developing the front end Tableau dashboard for the client. So the end to end activity I'm currently handling, and some part of my current project I'm also working as an individual contributor. So uh, I have closely worked with the client to optimize the existing Tableau dashboards and to help them out with the developing Tableau dashboards absolute from the scratch, where I had pulled the data from the SQL by writing the custom SQL queries or views, and created the extract at the Tableau server side and the Tableau cloud side, and created dashboards like developing the charts like heat map chart or bar chart depending upon the requirement. Have created it and share those with the relevant audience by implementing the row level security. Yeah. So this is what in nutshell. Am I audible?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Akshay. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, fine.
1 second. My laptop. I tried to join through laptop. I don't know what is happening. Okay. So that's okay. So total, how many year of experience you are having, Akshay?
It's been 8 years.
So you are creating end-to-end data pipeline, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So let's talk about some technical question on Tableau,
Mm-hmm.
right? So starting from basic, right? So what are the dimension in Tableau?
Dimension is the quantitative. Sorry. Yeah, qualitative category, qualitative data in the data frame that Tableau auto recognize that can be categorized into different sub parts later on. As an example, I can say region, sub region, and country. That could be in the dimension.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Now I will switch it. And what are the different products offered by Tableau?
So there are variety of products like Tableau Desktop, Tableau Public, Tableau Online, Tableau Server, Tableau Reader, and the Tableau Online is the new version of Tableau. Is like Tableau Cloud is available now. So it's set for different sort of audience based on the requirement and the level of audience. We can choose appropriate product type to go with.
So what is your role? You are working as a Tableau admin or data engineer?
So in my current role, it's a totally mixture of everything. Like I'm working as a technical lead, and my current role occupies some sort of data engineering work and Tableau admin work, and also Tableau development work, like developing the Tableau reports for the client.
Okay, okay, that's good. And developer, you are also working as a playing major role, right? In
Yeah, yeah.
Tableau developer. Okay, that's good. How will you define the Tableau dashboard?
How will you define the Tableau dashboards, like in a layman term you are saying?
Yes.
So it is a one platform where we can share the reports and data insights with the relative audience. It could be technical audience or non-technical audience. Based on that, we can create a different charts or visual. So I think that is the one of the best platform that can help to communicate the data into a proper business in order to take a proper business decision. So I do define in that term Tableau dashboard.
Okay. And what are the type of joins supported by Tableau?
So all possible joints, like a left joint, right joint, inner joint, it is supported by the Tableau. But by default, it do perform the left. But based on our requirement, we can change that in the setting, joint setting.
And what is the highest number of table can support it in can join in Tableau?
Around 24. I I didn't try that practically, but 24 table I had read it in one of the chapter.
So, but we can join a maximum like 32 tables.
Sorry, 32.
But okay,
My
no,
bad.
no issue.
32.
Yeah. In which situation, right, can we use sets?
Sets we can use when the underlying data is very dynamic and changing with time, but the stakeholder or the business user want uh, the grouping on per certain attribute, and which should be associated with the change in the data. Like if the data underlying data is changing or updating, my group supposed to be updated accordingly. So in that situation, we can go with the set.
Mhm. Can you help me? What are the way to improving the Tableau performance?
Yeah. So like there are certain ways. The one way is to understand the exact requirement and the data that we have. So based on the requirement, we should first identify the fields that supposed to be used in the developing the Tableau dashboard. So that way we can cut down the unused data to load in Tableau engine. That is one. Second, while developing any calculation, we should go with the most appropriate calculation by considering the order of operation. So that way that query do execute better. And we should keep it as simple as possible, not to mix too much calculation in single calculated field, so that it gives extra burden to Tableau to run that query repeatedly. And the next one, I would say, while developing any dashboard, we should think about the number of worksheet that we create within the twbx file. So let's say we want only 4 or 5 worksheets at the end, then we should keep that limit, so that whenever we load the report in the Tableau server, it will not take extra time to load unnecessary workbooks or worksheets created within the dashboard. So there's are few basic measure can be followed to tune the Tableau dashboards. And in the later stage, if we are using any calculated field that can be migrated in the SQL in backend, so that would be the later scope to in order to optimize the Tableau dashboard.
Okay. We have a disaggregation and aggregation mod, right?
Mhm.
What is that?
So aggregation mode is like whenever we put down any measure in a plane, a Tableau plane, so it by default performs the aggregation, like it returns the sum, or anything, like it depends. By default it returns the sum, and that is comes under aggregation. But same if we do with the discrete type of data, it will disaggregate it, and it will show each and every record as an individual entity in Tableau. that is comes like that is noted as a disaggregation.
Okay. Can we automate Tableau report?
Yes, we can automate. There are certain ways. First is to schedule a refresh at Tableau server side. We can do it as per the requirement. Second, we can do it using the REST API script also, like passing the workbook ID, data source ID in the Python script, and using the Tableau server client library. And we can further automate it using the Airflow or task maker or any SQL job, so that whenever we need to execute that script, we can schedule it and automate the refresh. That is one way that I have recently
What,
implemented.
what are the Tableau reporting tools that you have worked on?
So Tableau desktop, in order to develop the Tableau report from scratch, and I have used a Tableau reader, like it is a mobile app, and Tableau online.
Okay. So, can you explain the step how to connect custom SQL query within Tableau?
So first we open the Tableau desktop, and then we connect with the database, data warehouse. It could be MS SQL or Oracle, and then we get the list of table, and at the bottom we get one option like custom SQL. So before directly jumping on the custom SQL, we must first try that script in the SQL environment, whether it is retrieving the data, the related data or not, and then we can use the same script in the custom SQL pop-up by removing the last semicolon. That would give us the result. It will retrieve first, it will run the query within Tableau, and then it will give us the output in the bottom side of the Tableau workbook or Tableau desktop app.
How would you embed any web page into the Tableau dashboard?
uh, in in Tableau dashboard, we have the hyperlink option in dashboard tab, where we can either use that directly as a link, like that box as a link. We can put down our link and use the action. If we are selecting it or handovering it, we can select that option in action and save it. So that way we can integrate any website in Tableau. Or there is one more way, we can use image, and in the image we can put the our link, like which links needs to be accessed. So that is one another way, but that will navigate to the website, and with the help of action we can directly load the website within the dashboard.
Okay. In which situation we do we have to use the data blending concept?
So if we have the data coming out from the two different sources, let's say one is from the on-prem and second is from the any spreadsheet or any cloud platform, and then we can go with the data blending to join these two data in the Tableau.
We have a situation with one source
Mhm.
and multiple destination, right? And the data represent the one-way traveling of drones from the source tracking an item of delivery from the warehouse.
Mhm.
We have the data and we want to visualize it. Which Tableau map will you use to represent such situation?
Okay. So okay, so I'm assuming it we are getting the drone from the different location at
Yes.
any one
So
particular.
we have a one source and multiple destination,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
One source and multiple destination and data presented on the one-way traveling
yeah,
of drones from source taking an item of delivery
yeah.
from the warehouses, right?
Got you, got you.
And
So in that case, we can do it on map. We can use the map, and using the
which map, which Tableau map will use to represent this situation?
uh, do we have that data like it is based on the state level or country level. Like based on that we can go with the let's say it is within the state, so we can use the state map and we can navigate
Uh,
like source. First we can identify source. Let's say it is present somewhere in center of that map, and from the different cities the drones are coming that to source. So using the indexing and the path feature, we can create a lining between different source to that center, so that we can see which drone is coming from which source, like that way. I have
so what
created.
are the
Mhm.
type of maps available in
uh,
Tableau?
it is very tricky, like I haven't gone thorough, but satellite map or a country map is there where we can use it.
Spider map have you seen?
Spider map, it is a custom one but not used.
Uh, so
Yeah, it will
spider
yeah,
can
yeah,
use in this situation, right?
yeah, yeah,
When we have
actually.
a and have connectivity with multiple data points
Hmm.
having a different route,
Yeah,
right? So in that scenario,
I think actually a long back
so
I created one dashboard to see the airport analysis, where I had created the similar chart. The flights are coming out from different destination to the airport. So but it's been a while. I created that one. I got it now. Yeah.
so which one extract or live connection according to you in more beneficial?
Okay, so it depend on the requirement, to be honest. Like let's say we have the very high data volume, and in that case if we go with a live, then performance point of view it will not work properly, because it will take use time to load the dashboard itself. But at the same time, if we go with the extracted version, so dashboard will load quickly compared to the live. But the requirement is to track the live data, and the data volume is kind of low comparatively. As we are tracking the live data, then we have the stream data, like we size would be low as compared to the extracted one. So in that case live connection works well instead of extract. But it all depends on the requirement, how the requirement is there, and based on that we can choose the appropriate way to go with, like whether go with a live
Do
or
you know what
extract.
is a flow map? What does a flow map do?
Not sure. It is for the map chart.
Yeah, this is type of one of the map.
Mhm.
Yes,
I'll make a note like
in
that.
Tableau map we have a flow map, right?
Yeah,
So that okay, no issue.
I'll quickly make a note.
So coming to yeah, so that's okay. Let's move on the data modeling side, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much experience you are having in data modeling?
Like it's been around 4 to 5 years. Like I have developed the ER diagram or ER relationship between different tables, and develop the data model which can be used to develop the front end Tableau dashboard.
Okay. How do you ensure your data modeling is
Mhm.
scalable?
So we run certain quality check and cross validation with the stakeholder, whether my data
Mm.
is showing me correct numbers or not. Like I do perform some aggregation on specific time and do compare that with the stakeholders offline model. So if that numbers are close, then uh, data model is like, we scale that data model is at a right path, like that way. And if there is any issue, we do validate how ER relationship is built between the underlying table, and if any issue is there or any update is still missing, like any table is yet to get updated data, so that way we do check. Yeah.
So what are the normalization forms
Mm-hmm. So
available in SQL
there are
W?
uh, around 5 normalization forms are there, but in industries we use till third normal form. So it is like first normal form, is nothing but like all the attributes should contain the single value. It should not contain the comma separated value in the single column. So each column should hold a single value. That is first normal form. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Uh,
Your sound is breaking, but yeah, you are audible. I can hear you.
okay. So the first normal form is nothing but the all the columns in the table should contain the single value. It should not contain no mix of value, like comma separated value within the single column. So that is first normal form rule. In the second normal form, it should comply with the first normal form first, like the each column should contain single value. And in the second normal form, the we should have one primary key column should contain the unique keys, and which should be all the other columns should be related with that primary key. And third normal form is like if we have the multiple tables within it, so each column should refer to the primary key, and they should not have any other dependency key within the data frame. So I'm able to recall up to this only, but yeah, these three normal form we do consider while
Yeah.
developing the
So
any
should all the database be rendered in third normal form?
yeah, in order to
Sure.
keep it organized and scalable.
So are you sure about this?
Yeah, while developing any data model we do follow it.
Okay. What is the difference between forwarding and reverse engineering
Reverse engineering, I
in
yeah,
context of data model?
yeah. So reverse engineering, it refers to cross validate the exact the result from bottom to top. Like it could be a bottom up approach where we go one step behind and do cross validation and see what is happening behind the query. So that could be counted as a reverse engineering. And about forward, like I'm not sure like how that works in a technical term, but uh, we do certain manipulation based on the raw input to prepare some meaningful numbers. So that could be a forward engineering. I mean my words could be different, but the flow is
For-
somewhat close to same. Yeah.
Forward engineering is simple, right? Once we have a table,
Mm-hmm.
we need to put the data inside the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah. And
And
then
then we can run the query to get the data, correct? So this
yeah,
is a simple,
yeah,
right? Approach, right? Suppose if we have already data and we don't know, right, what is the source it came from, then we can go for the reverse
reverse
engineering,
engineering. Yeah, we go one step behind.
right? From the data, we need to identify where it's coming from.
Yeah,
That is a reverse engineering, right? And what is a like surrogate key? The primary key.
yeah, the primary key is nothing but the a unique, it is kind of unique key in the table, but which can be used to perform a join operation. It should contain
So
only unique
primary
key.
key and zero key both
Mhm.
are different.
It is almost close to each other, but surrogate key helps in certain criteria that I'm not able to recall at the moment. Yeah, I believe it is for identifying duplicacy or something, but surrogate key is uh,
Can you please share the screen and open the notepad?
yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see it. Are you able to see my screen?
Open the notepad, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can see.
Okay.
The, okay. Can you please write the syntax for left outer join?
Left outer join. So I'm considering we have the two table A and table B, and in query itself I'm calling all the columns based on the join operation. And here I'm calling out, as per the syntax, I'm performing the left join on the table A, where the table A ID is equal to table B ID. So based on that, it will perform the left join.
Okay. Can you please write the SQL query to finding the third largest salary from the employee table?
The third largest salary. Okay. Uh,
You can remove the first quote, right?
this one, okay, I'll remove it. So we have, let's consider in the employee table we have the employee name, uh, salary. That's fine. uh, so select, we need the third
Yes.
largest salary, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
third or fourth, any of them.
got it. So we can do uh, name, salary from employee, then order by salary, descending order. Then we can give the limit as 3, and further select salary or from uh, this would be the inner query. Okay, we can pass the offset here, or okay, no need. uh, Minimum salary, yeah, we can pass min function here. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do, I just first I wrote the query to get the salary from highest salary to lowest salary, and gave the limit as 3, so I'll get only 3 record, like first, second and third as salary in my inner query. And I'm trying to get the minimum salary, which could be the, which will be the third salary, third highest salary from this inner query, and it will return that in the, as output in the uh, of the main query basically. Yeah, so this way we can write. We can also do the same thing using the windows function. We can apply the dense rank and partition it by the salary, and again do the descending order, and pass when rn is equal to 3 and in where condition. That way also we can get the third highest salary. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, okay.
I can, I can see. So you mentioned like this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here you have mentioned select name and minimum salary, right?
Mm-hmm.
From
Or yeah, I think
name.
small correction I'll do, sorry. We can do salary over here, and we can pass the
Mm-hmm.
condition here, where uh, salary is equal to min salary, or let me think.
What is use of offset?
Yeah, offset, we can, it will for if we pass offset as 2 here, it will return it will cut the top 2 records and pass the third record. Like if I say limit 3 offset 2, like this, so the first 2 record will be it will bypass the first 2 record and it will return the third record. So that way also we can get the third highest salary.
So we have a total 3 way to
Mm-hmm.
create this, right?
Yeah.
So first one is by using a top function,
Yeah, that will be in MS environment.
and is by using a limit,
Mm-hmm.
and the third one is by using keyboard subqueries.
Mm-hmm.
We can also write it in the fourth way also
Uh,
using a rank and dense rank.
yeah, using the
Right?
dense rank we can apply dense rank on salary and order it by descending order, and we can name that alias as Aryan, and if we pass like Aryan is equal to 3, then it will return the third highest salary record.
So earlier you use a minimum salary. Why you use a minimum salary? Min salary.
Like I'll try to get the min salary, like this inner query will return me 3 records, like let's say 1, 2 and 3
Uh,
in the descending
I
order.
ask
So
you to get the maximum salary, right? So select name and min salary from the select name.
yeah,
Again, you are passing a subquery inside the query, correct?
yeah, like this.
So inside the let's talk about the inside the query. Select name salary from the employee order by salary descending limit is 3,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah,
And then you are passing select name and min salary.
yeah. So our inner
So
query
I don't understand the external loop, right?
So basically what will happen, so our inner query will return the salary in descending order, let's say 6, 5, 4, something like that. And if I
Mm-hmm.
say min salary, so it will check the minimum salary out of this 3 record and it will pick the 4 as a min salary.
That I know. The
Mm-hmm.
minimum and maximum
Yeah,
function we
yeah,
have, that I know, right? So here the question. So this will actually, it will. Okay, so descending order from limit 3, right? That
mm-hmm.
you are already defined, and then getting a minimum salary.
Yeah,
Okay, but you make it complex, right?
yeah,
It should be a simple, not like that level of complex. So if we are using this one, right? So we have like we can use a distinct keyword also, salary from the
distinct salary.
employee, right? So then order by the descending order by salary and descending limit. We can define the offset also, right?
Yeah,
That way we can get it.
correct.
Okay. So now let me okay this one I have already captured. Yeah, for example, we have a table, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the table, I want to remove the duplicate rows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Duplicate data.
Mm-hmm.
So can you write the syntax, please?
Duplicate row. Okay. uh,
Duplicate data.
So we do have one feature in SQL. It is like row ID. We can go with row ID also to catch the duplicate. But there
We
is
want to remove the duplicate data.
yeah. So I would prefer the primary key to identify the duplicate entry. Okay. So over here, uh, let me think. Uh, Select. Uh, let's say we have a column A, column B, and I am counting it on column A to identify duplicate. C, column A from.
When we use a store procedure in SQL,
So if we are repeatedly using any specific piece of code in SQL query, we can use the store procedure, and we can basically it is as like as the function that we create in any programming language. So we
Then what is the difference between function and
yeah, so the
store
difference
procedure?
is it helps to run query quickly. Like it first, the store procedure will reduce the extra burden to run the same piece of code repeatedly. That is the one plus point for store procedure.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Akshay. Nice talking to you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.